My name is Bill Marlin, and I am a senior trial attorney with Franklin D. Azar and Associates. My great-grandfather was in the Army, and he fought in the Spanish-American War. My grandfather, James Marlin, was a Methodist minister in Iowa, and when World War II, when the United States got involved with that, he enlisted and was a chaplain in the Navy, and he was on a battleship in the Pacific Theater for, I think, like 3 years in World War II. And then my father, James Marlin Jr., was actually a 20-year career man in the Air Force. He was a fighter pilot in the Air Force, and he actually did a tour of duty in Vietnam from 1968 to 1969, I think. I was born in Texas, and we lived in Texas and Arizona, Colorado. When my dad was in Vietnam, we lived in Colorado Springs while he was doing his tour. And we lived in the Washington, D.C. area. My dad, he finished up his last 5 years in the Air Force. He was actually stationed at the Pentagon. My sister she went to Germany before I was born. He did a tour of duty outside of Munich. And so yeah, they got to see not only the United States, but the world. I was in second grade when my dad went to Vietnam, and he was a fighter pilot, and I knew what he was going to be doing. I knew he was going to war, but when you're a little kid, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around the fact that, you know, your dad might not come home. I mean, you hope he does, and you pray he does, but if you're in a military family, you understand that that's part of it. Not everybody comes back home. And so, you know, I think it can be, you know, pretty stressful for little kids. You know, it's hard enough just having mom or dad away for that long, but also knowing that there's that unknown risk out there that something bad might happen. I think that can be really hard on kids. Being a lawyer, especially being a trial lawyer, is a very stressful job. I mean, there's a lot of, you take on a lot of responsibility. Your clients put a lot of faith in you and your ability to try and make a bad situation better. And so there's a lot of pressure. And I think that just growing up in a military family, you become pretty resilient. I think most military kids tend to develop a pretty thick skin, quite frankly. And so I think that served me well in the practice of law over the years.